Today I'm analyzing the blackberry. There are very many species within the genus Rubus that are commonly known as blackberries. I'm just going to give you some common characteristics that many of them share, at least many of the blackberries that are in my area. So looking at the leaves and the canes of the blackberry, you'll see that it's a compound leaf. Grows in groups of 5 generally, unlike the raspberry and the wineberry that grows in groups of 3. It can also grow in groups of 3. You can see down here on these leaves. If you look at the young leaves at the top of the plant here, you can see the underside has almost a fuzzy look to it. And if you look at the underside of the leaf, you'll see that they are lighter in color than the top is. You'll also see, if it'll focus, that there are very fine barbs up the center of the leaf as well. Now you can see that the edge of the leaf is serrated, very small teeth. And the leaves are kind of like an almond shape. They even have very small thorns on the petiole of the leaf there, you can see. The thorns on the stalk are pretty long. It doesn't have the fine hairs like you see on the wineberry. And it doesn't generally have that same kind of coating on it like you see on the black raspberry, although this does have kind of like a white, almost coating look to it. You can kind of see there. And you'll notice instead of the canes being smooth, they actually have like ridges around them. Here I have a piece of the cane I cut off. You can see better those ridges I was talking about. It has kind of a star shape when you're looking at it. It also has pith in the center of the plant, similarly to the black raspberry and the wineberry. And I haven't really seen any sap come out of this. It seems pretty dry. So about the life cycle of the blackberry, they have a perennial root system, so they'll keep growing new shoots every spring for many years. The canes themselves are biennial, so they live for 2 years before they die. The first year that they grow, they're known as primocanes. They won't get any fruit the first year. There are varieties that you can buy that will fruit the first year, but generally the ones you see in the wild don't fruit on first year canes. And then the second year, they're known as floricanes, and those are the ones that generally get berries on them. So you get fruit off of the second year canes. So here's kind of a sad looking example of a floricane. You can see how it's dying back, but it has all of these berries on it. And all the times that it has these shoots coming off. Examining the fruit of the blackberry, I have a wineberry here next to it for comparison. Wineberries and raspberries have a hollow center, where blackberries, when you pick the berry off, the core stays inside, as you can see. Blackberries are also generally longer than they are wide. They have a very similar shape to a mulberry. They're not related though. Mulberries grow on trees, where these grow on canes. See, they have this very dark purple color when they're ripe. here in eastern Pennsylvania, usually the berries start getting ripe about mid to late July, where I am. Those berries like partial to full sun. You generally find them growing along the edge of woods or along the roadside. At least that's the places that I usually see them growing. Here's a different blackberry bush. You can see that this one, the canes have kind of a reddish purple color to them. You may notice the leaves look slightly different too. You still have those thorns on the petioles of the leaf. The leaves are still growing in bunches of 5. If you look at the cane of the plant, you'll see it still has that kind of star shape when you look at a cross section of it. So that's the same. Still has the small thorns on the back of the leaf. This is just a general analysis of the blackberry bush. It's not intended to be a foraging guide or anything. If you plan on foraging for wild berries, that's something you need to educate yourself on. So you can be 100% certain what you're looking for. So, I hope you learned something from this video. Good luck.